peaceful in the old kingdom. The kingdom had its problems. The rich got richer, while the poor got poorer. But that never stopped the land from striving. But now, the kingdom faces new threats. Some faceless, some very prominent. Join us as 5 brave faces try to restore peace and tranquility back to the lands they call home. They'll face demons, creatures, assassins, and maybe even each other. They'll face not just danger, but hard decisions too. Will they all survive? Or is hope lost for this isle? Welcome to the Old Kingdom.
Not too far out of the city confines, you spot a familiar face just up in the corner. It's the bandit that decided to do a runner a little bit earlier on. He's kind of just peeking out of the bushes, but he's not the best bandit in the world. You're probably going to see him from a county mile away. As he sort of starts to see you, he looks over his shoulder and he sort of waves. And as you can see, more bandits start to make their way out of the forests. Hargor kind of breathes a sigh of relief. He went, "Thank God we rested." So at first, it would appear that you've got 3 bandits coming from the top of the page. I am going to move them a little bit closer just because my scaling is off terribly. So they're probably about here, just on the forest outskirts. So as you guys sort of brace yourself ready, the one who sort of stumbled away earlier, it's still looking a little bit blackened from that fireball that you managed to slam into his back. Goes, "That's them boys. Let's get them now."
Can I halt everyone before we go into initiative?
You sure can.
Now, fellas, do you know what's happened? Well, actually, no, you've seen what's happened to the rest of you lot. Do you want this to happen to you guys as well? Or do you just want to move along?
Make a charisma check.
Sweet. Is that persuasion?
Persuasion.
I'm pretty good at persuasion. Fuck, that's an 8.
Persuasion.
Not that good.
You took yourself up big there.
They kind of look at one another and, being a little bit confident, you kind of turn back to the party and you're like, "Yeah, I've done this." Only to have a small rock almost fly past your head and almost hit you on the back of the head. It's clear that it has done absolutely nothing, and they are coming for you. So roll for initiative.
Yay. Let's go.
Anybody get 20 to 25?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay. 15 to 20.
16.
Yeah, 16 as well.
16. 10 to 15.
14.
Here's Oleg. Anyone else 10 to 15?
No.
Jeez, you guys roll terrible.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's here. 5 to 10.
Yeah. I got a 9.
Still on 9. Anyone else 5 to 10?
No.
Oh.
What
Okay.
dice have you got? They're just like all ones.
0 to 5.
Yeah. Factoring in my modifier, I got 2.
So, the first bandit is actually the one on the very right-hand side. Hearing the sort of tales of you guys last time, he's going to move forward a little bit, but stay on the outskirts of the woodland. He is going to draw his light crossbow. And he's going to take a shot on. It will be you, Oleg.
That makes sense. I did try and talk him out of it.
7.
7 misses.
Yeah, I thought it might. So he fires his
Aw.
arrow, and it zooms over not only your head, but Aris as well, and goes sailing basically through the city gates.
It's the small little boy.
No!
You can hear it just from the distance. Watch out! And that's about it. Then
Poor little boy.
the bandit who you guys chased out of the camp here feeling a little bit more confident, is going to take his full move, sort of, to about here. And he is also going to take a shot with his crossbow. He's going to take a shot at Oleg as well.
Makes
kind
sense.
of a payback for the fire that went searing into his back.
No problem.
That misses woefully. Actually jams his crossbow up as he tries to use it. So a bit panicked, he kind of just tosses his crossbow to the side of the road and just gestures towards you and says, "Come on then." And then it is Aris.
Can I sneak into like, what's this, grass or woods,
Yeah, that's small shrubbery, so you could hide in there.
and
should
then
we
make my way closer to this
Yeah,
guy?
so you wanna try and flank. So what's your movement?
30.
30. Okay, so yeah, you'd certainly make it to the shrubberies. As you get to about this point here, make an acrobatics check.
22.
22. Okay, so as you sort of like foot towards the bushes, you hear just this rustle behind you. And as you make your way into your bushes, you can see that part of the floor has actually caved in down the bottom here. Just here, you can see part of the ground has given way, and there's some like makeshift spikes.
Can I intimidate the far guy?
You want to intimidate the furthest guy? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool. So using your cantrips, not so much any sort of like magic around it. You can't really, there's no sort of visuals to it, but you just sort of almost feel kind of burning in your throat as your voice just suddenly booms out. And what do you shout at him?
Leave. I'm a monk. I don't want to fight.
Oh, I mean, yeah, okay. Roll a intimidation check. D20 plus your charisma.
Nat 20.
Okay, yeah. So this guy hears this large voice come out of this small tiefling and kind of thinks, "Oh fuck," and it does kind of scare him off a little bit. And he's gonna sort of slowly back away from you a little bit and head back here, just kind of scared.
Yay.
What I will say is, because you've scared him, he will be at a disadvantage next time.
Yay.
Nice work. Cool. In that case, then we go to Joseph.
Okay. Can I move up to here
Yep, sure.
next to him?
Yep.
And I will attempt to hit him with the quarterstaff.
Okay, yep, sure, go for it.
That's a dirty 20.
That certainly hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 1d8. And that will be 8 points.
Ooh,
of
okay.
damage.
So as you charge towards him, staff in hand, you take a big swing at him on the approach, and you just hit him square in the side. And because you're that close to him now, you can just hear the cracking of bone as you bring the staff into the side of his ribs. He is very, very winded, but he is still on his feet for the time being. He has got a bit of blood coming out of his mouth, though. You have hit him pretty damn hard. But yeah, he is still standing.
Okay. That finishes my turn.
Cool. Okay, we go to Oleg.
Yeah. Right. I am going to move up to here, 10 feet away from him.
Okay, yep. So, yep, you can more than comfortably do that. Up there.
That's it, yeah. And then I'm going to swing with my glaive.
Okay, cool.
15 plus 21.
That definitely hits him, yeah.
Okay, D10. 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay, yep.
And then bonus action with my other end of the glaive. It's going to be a miss. That's an 8.
Yes, that would miss. So as you swing the glaive at first, you catch him right across the chest, and because he's only wearing sort of light armor, you can see it just rip straight through the leather. And it just leaves this absolute raking right the way across his chest. He kind of really sort of staggers and like clutches his chest at first, and he's in a bad shape, but he's still on his feet.
And then I'm going to use my speed to move 5 feet back, just in case he enters my reach, and I'll get an opportunity attack on him.
Okay, no worries. So he
Just
about there, then.
To about here. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Cool. And then we go to the bandit that Ara shouted at. He is somewhat scared. He doesn't really know what he wants to do right now. He's kind of questioning. He doesn't want to get in the fray. He's really kind of scared. So what he's actually going to do is he's going to move over here. And as he moves there, he kind of makes a whistling noise. And then that's the end of his turn.
Oh.
So then we head to Asil.
Right. Can I? I want to cast Hex on this guy. I'm drawing again. Sorry.
on the one that's right on the outskirts.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Let me just have a look.
I can't get rid of it. There we go.
So I think you'll be in range. I will check.
It's 90
90
feet.
So yeah, you're well in range. Yep. Okay.
So, oh, great. 7.
No. So it will actually just reach him
Will it
anyway.
just-
Concentration. So
Oh,
you
okay.
sort of really sort of stare down this bandit, and he can feel your eyes like piercing at him, and you know he just does not feel strong at all. He's really starting to doubt himself. And then if you roll a d6 of necrotic damage on him as well.
Okay. 3.
And you can almost see him like almost delving into madness a little bit. He starts to like clutch his head. He really doesn't know what's going on. And then he clutches his chest. And then all of a sudden, he just topples over dead.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Nice.
Cool. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hargor turns round and he goes, "Bloody hell, Lassie!" He just really doesn't know what to think of it. He's kind of lost for words. But knowing that he now has to kind of step up after seeing you notch up not 1 but 2 kills, he's going to go join in the fray, and he's going to help Joseph take on this bandit here. He's going to come running up, and he's not going to draw his sword, but instead he's going to take out his throwing axe and just use it as a small sort of hand weapon just to hack at the knees of this bandit, really causing some pain. And he gets a nat 20 in the process as well. This axe now slams into this bandit's legs and takes the leg clean off.
Nice.
Bandit screams in pain. He just keeps looking down at his leg, and then all of a sudden, silence as Hargor picks up the axe again and just slams it into the skull of this bandit.
Is this the bandit that ran away to begin with?
That was the bandit that ran
Yeah,
away.
but now,
from him.
bitch.
He will not be running anymore. I mean, for a
Aw.
start, he's only got 1 leg, but he's also got that buried in his head. Hargor pulls the axe out and he just wipes the blood off on his leg and puts it back on his side. And then it is Merkin.
So I just generally move over here, get myself ready to sort of get
Sorry,
in
I'm on
position
the
with this
wrong
guy.
page. Yep, so you're heading out towards him. What's your move?
25.
So 50, so you can move out to about here, ready to sort of chase him down.
Yeah.
As you start to charge towards him, you hear a click from underneath your feet,
Mm.
and you need to roll an acrobatics check. So that's 20 plus your dex modifier.
So with 8.
So as you're running towards him, just about here, you feel the ground collapse underneath you. Because you'd already seen it happen and sort of tumble away, you kind of half expecting there to be another trap, but you just grasp the side of the pit dangling above these crudely made wooden spikes. Make a strength check for me.
Is that just D20 and the modifier as well?
Yep.
12.
Okay, so you just managed to pull yourself up from the pit without having to topple into the spikes. What I will say is, because you've had to pull yourself up from out of the pit, you are currently prone here,
That's fine.
so you will not be able to do anything else.
That is fine.
Oh no, I've marked you as dead.
Oh no.
Took a turn for the worse.
I'm very dramatic.
Laying down. Okay, cool. So we go back to the top of the round with only one bandit left. Well, what you thought was one bandit. The whistle signals a couple more bandits to come out from here, from this direction, as part of an ambush. So as you stroll out, you start to see two more bandits. No, that's the laser pointer again. Two more bandits make their way out, crossbows at the ready, and stood just behind them, you see this rather large and mean looking. He is a bandit, but you can tell that he's a little bit sort of higher up the ranks. His armor actually has some metal plating to it, but his clothes are still quite shabby and he's still quite dirty himself. But you can tell that he's going to be a mean one.
Got a brute.
So, as they come out, the two bandits that are wielding crossbows are both going to take a shot on. They're both going to take a shot on Merkin. And there'll be an advantage as well because he's currently prone.
Actually, it would be with disadvantage because he's on the floor.
Ooh.
Yep. If a creature is prone, any ranged attacks have disadvantage on the attack.
You are right, there'll be an advantage if it was close combat, but because it's range, so the first arrow goes flying straight over, and the second hits at 14.
16 AC. So
Okay, cool.
Let's go.
So you just feel the arrow sort of prang off your shoulder armor, but it does no damage to you, but you are well aware that you are under threat. The elite instead kind of charges his way through. He's really angry at the fact that half of the bandits that he came here are currently dead. He does move at a slower pace. He gets to about here, but he's looking for a fight. Now it will be Aris.
I think just moving is all I can do, so I'll move as far as I can here.
I mean, do you want to get as close as possible, or are you trying to stay back a bit?
As close as possible to this guy.
Okay, well, you can get about here, but you will not be within range of hitting him just yet. That it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt.
Nice.
So I'm going to cast it at the big new guy.
The brute. Okay, cool. 21 does hit, yep.
Okay, so I rolled 2 2s on my D8 and a 6 on my 6. 10 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And then it jumps to the next one. So that's going to be 16 points of poison damage.
Ooh,
We'll say the guy who's kind of almost level with him.
the brute obviously gets the first impact, and you can see he is not happy, but even though he's this big old guy covered in armor, you can see him shivering. He's feeling the effect of the cold, but he still sort of stood there, just kind of braces himself. The other guy, on the other hand, oh no, the impact of the bolt just downright strikes him dead, and he just topples over where he is.
Okay. And then I'm just going to use my movement just to get next to Merkin.
And then we go to Oleg.
I'm of course going to move up to the brute, 10 feet before him.
What's your movement?
It's 30, so it'd be 60.
Yep. So let's move you 10 feet away from him. So about there.
Can I be more in front of?
These guys?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect, right there. And yeah, I'm going to strike with my glaive.
Okay.
Oh, it's an 18 plus 6. Ho, ho, ho.
Yep.
24, yep.
Yep, that certainly hits.
D10. 3 plus 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bonus action. That's a 15.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay, then.
Ow.
That's fine. And then I'm going to retreat 5 feet back, literally in front of them as much as I can.
Okay. No.
So that
worries.
if he enters my reach, I will get an opportunity attack.
Okay, so the glaive comes down, and while it catches mostly armor, you certainly see it just nick his neck, and you can see this steady pour of blood starting to come out from his neck. He is not angry, and his eyes are now locked on you. The second blow just sort of glances off the armor again. You almost hit him in the exact same place, but this time it doesn't catch him, it just kind of bounces off the armor as you
Okay.
sort of retreat back to shield the other guys off. Next up is a seal.
So I am going to. I will try and hit it with my crossbow. 17.
Yep, 17 hits.
Okay, 6, and then another 6, so 12.
Ooh, okay. So as his eyes are sort of really locked on Oleg, he's determined to get in there. He just suddenly feels this funk in the side of his shoulder, the other shoulder that he's not managed to get hit in so far, and he looks down and sees this black bolt just sticking in his arm. He kind of like snaps it off and throws the bolt to the side. But he's now starting to look a little bit damaged, and he is not a happy guy. The X kind of, you almost off the bolt see this blue, like purplish hue coming off the bolt, and he kind of looks down, has to reassure himself that there's nothing else there. He's already ripped this bolt out, but he's not sure. He feels like he's been more affected by this bolt than anything else so far. That will move to Hargor, who, standing over this body at the moment, decides that he wants to join in the fight, but he's going to move out towards the other 2 foot soldiers. As he runs forward, he brings out his sword, and once again you hear him whisper the words for Majir, and as he does, the blade lights up this bluish hue. And he goes in for a swing. And as he swings, the other bandit just sort of takes a steps backward, and he misses the bandit by probably a good inch or so. And now it is Merkin.
Let's move in nice and close.
Ooh, okay.
Let's just have a swing with the mace. Why not? 9. Can I use my inspiration dice as well?
You can, yep.
5. So
God damn it.
14.
Charge forward after being knocked down from this trap. You want revenge, and you get your mace and you take a swing, and you just miss him by an inch.
I do still have some movement. I'm going back home behind Oleg.
Yeah,
Another
four.
he
2 feet.
would get a retaliation attack on you. Do you want to still move, or
No,
So
fuck
it's-
it, I'll stand my ground. No, fuck
you
it.
stand your ground? Okay, we now go to the 2 bandits near the tree line. First one is going to get in nice and close to Hargor, and he's going to take out his scimitar and take a swing. He misses by a country mile. And then the second bandit is going to come in and flank onto Merkin. And that is 16.
16 AC. Yep.
Yep, so that hits. 4 points of slashing damage.
Slashing.
So you just feel this sword come down and it catches you on the arm where your chainmail fails to cover it. And now it's the turn of the bandit captain. And he is going to focus all of his rage on this tiny little dwarf that's now currently stood in front of him. It's a lot of dice about to be rolled. Well, he crits on 2 of them. What's your AC? 16.
16.
Oh, he hits with all 3.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
So he brandishes his scimitar in one hand, dagger in the other, and he just slashes upon you, hit by hit by hit. First, he slashes you across the chest with the scimitar, which is 5 points of damage. Then the dagger, which he plunges into the side of you, 5 points of damage. And then he follows it up with another scimitar blow, a further 5 points of damage. And as he just unleashes these blows upon you, you just hear him scream out at the top of his voice in anger. It will be top of the round, Aris.
I haven't done anything in this game. I'm just surrounded by dead peoples. Can I sneak behind the big ugly one?
Yeah, he's really focused on Merkin at the moment. So yeah, we'll say that you can flank him.
Okay, and then I will attack with the staff and then do an unarmed strike after
Okay, yeah.
fighting.
Okay, so you swing the staff and you miss, but you follow it up with an unarmed strike.
Nat
Okay.
20.
Ooh,
Let's go.
okay. Yeah, that one does hit him. So roll for damage on that one.
1 plus 3, so 4.
Okay, so the bandit captain, really determined on just getting Merkin down into like a bloody pulp, feels the waft of like something wave past his head. As he looks round, it was the end of your staff that just missed him. As he turns to look at you, he then just feels this palm hit him square in the face. And he was not expecting that. And he is not a happy boy. Okay, Joseph.
Okay. I'm going to move into here.
So you're entering the fray just sort of right here, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I will cast Shocking Grasp. Okay. That is 24.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
That is unfortunately 2 points of damage.
Okay, well, it's now getting to the point where the bandit captain just doesn't know where to look. He's almost starting to get a little bit surrounded. And as he's looking round, he feels his hand just grab his metal plate armor and send a shock through this body. And while it doesn't do too much damage to him, it's enough to suddenly get his attention and just make him feel a little bit constrained from the shock. Okay, cool. Oleg?
I shall smack him with my glaive.
Okay. The guys being in front of you, does that cause any issues with you trying to...
No, I've got it. It reaches 10 feet, so I mean, it's up.
Is
It becomes.
Merkin down?
We don't know.
Oh. Okay.
It'd be entirely up to you. If you think that it would be trouble for me to reach him through people, then I'm more than happy to use my speed to move.
No, you go for it. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and you can go for it.
Okay. 15 plus 21.
Yep, that certainly hits him.
12 points of slashing damage.
Okay, yeah, he certainly feels that as the glaive just comes down and again scrapes across that exposed chest area that you hit him in last time.
And then I will bonus action other side of my glaive. Wow, finally. 24.
Yes, again, yeah, it hits.
6 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay, So he feels both blows, and he's okay now. Really started to stilter a little bit. He's feeling this damage. You can see that although he's kind of dropping a little bit in his stance, he's really starting to stagger. He's still got a little bit more fight in him, and he's ready to just unleash on somebody.
Would it be possible for me to squeeze in between Merkin and Joseph?
Yeah, sure.
I'll try and squeeze in between them. Just almost run and shout at him.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll just sort of stagger him a little bit backwards. So there you go. Yeah,
Can I just ask a question?
go
Because me and Aris were flanking him, did that give me any benefit?
No, someone has to be behind him. No one's
Ah,
behind
okay.
him at the moment.
on? Yeah, Aris is kind of attacking him side on,
Okay.
and drew his attention. So none of you have really sort of attacked
Okay.
from behind. Okay, cool. And it is Isil's turn.
Okay. I'm really far away, so I feel like I should move probably a bit closer.
Okay.
So maybe 30 feet, like this direction, maybe.
Yep, sure. We'll move you over that.
And then I'm still gonna aim for this guy since he's hexed. So I'm going
Go for the crossbow again?
to. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
11 plus 3, 14.
Misses. So
Ah.
he doesn't really know where to look. He's got all of these people now sort of really starting to unload on him. And again, he just hears this whoosh goes past his head, so he's now really paranoid that attacks are just coming from every single direction. But he knows that you're there, and he can just sort of sense you out of his eyesight. Anything else?
Don't think I can really do anything else. Up.
No?
No, I don't think I can.
Okay, cool. In that case, then it's Hargor's turn. He's kind of in this standoff with this bandit over here at the moment. Neither of them have managed to land any blows on each other, so he is just going to take another swing with his enchanted sword and rolls a nat 20. So 23. So the blade just plunges into the chest of the bandit, and he takes 12 points of frost damage, and you just hear, while you guys are trying to hold off this bandit captain as much as you can in the distance, this bandit scream in pain as this chilling blade plunges into his chest.
Nice.
This bandit just ends up in a crumpled pile. And now we go to Merkin.
I just have to roll d20, don't I?
You do.
I hope for the best. You're not going to believe me, are you?
Got a 1.
20.
So Merkin, who was on the ground, flutters, blood pouring out of his mouth, stands up with 1 hit point to his name,
Oh my god.
and just climbs back to his feet. And that is the end of his go.
That is fine.
I'm not calling you yo-yo. You keep going up and down.
So it
I'm
was
just staying out of
Bandit-
every fight from now on.
It was Bandit who had the sword just buried into his chest. So now it is the turn of the other bandit who, seeing Merkin standing up, just cannot believe it. He's almost shook, but not shook enough to pull out his scimitar and make an attack on him, which is 19.
Are you? Yeah, 16, 18.
So definitely hits him for 4 points of slashing damage. So you just as you all see, Merkin, by the divine graces, climb back to his feet. This divine light shining off of him. A bandit just plunges a scimitar straight back into him, and he falls to the ground again. And then it is the bandit Captain's turn. So you guys are just surrounding him, and he just does not know where to hit at all.
I shout, "Hit me, you fool!"
Well, because he's proficient, he actually is going to unleash a multitude of attacks. So he is going to fire one off at Aris, and then he's kind of just flailing madly. So he swipes at Aris, and it misses him by a country mile. He takes a swipe at Joseph, and again the dagger goes nowhere near him. And finally, he brings the scimitar down onto Oleg for hits on 14.
Misses.
Okay, so the scimitar falls down. This is the blow that he had the most confidence in, and it just glances straight off your arm. And he is looking a little bit panicked now. He's just had 3 attacks on 3 different people, and none of them have hit. And then it goes back to Aris.
Am I able to sneak around and attack him from behind?
I'm going to say no, because he's well
Okay.
aware that you're there.
In that case, can I just move around and attack him anyway?
You can, but the bandit captain will get an attack of opportunity on you.
In that case, I'll just attack.
You're just going to attack the bandit instead.
Yeah. Because it's a monk weapon, isn't it? Plus dexterity.
It's
It would be,
yeah, it's your dexterity modifier and then +2 because you're proficient as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about the +2. 6 plus 3 plus 2. So
Okay.
9, 11.
Okay, so again, you take a swing with your staff and it just misses him. You can feel the waft of air just go past his head.
And then the bonus attack. Uh, 16.
Okay, so again, he turns around to see the waft of air go past him and then feels just another palm, this time hit him square in the chest.
For 4.
Okay, so as you hit him full in the chest, he kind of takes a step back and then he kind of charges back towards you, but he goes off kilter and he just falls straight to the ground.
Yay!
So he is well and truly dead.
Can I then use my movement to move towards where I wanted to go originally?
You can, yeah. So you
So here,
you can't
generally.
fight with the bandit. Okay. So you sort of run over the dead body. And
Would I be able to sneak now because he's dead? So is that a thing, or can he see me during the whole ordeal?
He's kind of focused solely on plunging his scimitar into the chest of Merkin at the moment. So I'd say yes, you have flanked him.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, that's it then.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we then go to Joseph.
Okay. If I can move around here then.
Yep, sure. Towards the bandit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll move kind of around here. So can you remind me what the flanking rule is?
Do you want me to explain it?
Yes, please.
So essentially, if someone's standing behind the creature you're trying to hit, you get an advantage on melee attacks.
So because I'm behind
attack
him,
roll.
Yeah, only on the attack roll.
Okay, that's fine.
Has to be a melee attack. Can't be a
That's
spell.
fine. Yeah, I'll use my quarterstaff.
Okay, cool.
Nice. So that will be 21 to hit.
Yep, certainly hits.
Let's go.
D8. And that'll be 3 points of damage.
Okay, so as he's kind of towering over the body of Merkin, again, just sort of laughing to himself, he feels this staff just catch him on the shoulder, and now he can turn around and see that he's got you to contend with. He's still standing, but he is a little bit hurt.
Okay, that finishes my turn.
Okay, so we go to Oleg.
Because
hit with
I'm
my
still
glaive.
behind him, does it count as a flank attack if somebody else attacks him? Or because it's already happened once, it can't happen again?
It happens every round, so everybody who would try and attack him now would get advantage. Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't disappear just because one person's already done it.
Yeah. No, it doesn't disappear.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to swing with my glaive.
Okay, yep, go for it.
13.
Does not hit.
Okay. I can't use my bonus action because I actually didn't hit him, so that's all I can do.
Okay, no worries. And now we go to Seal.
We moved to like here.
Okay.
He's now got a hex on him, right? Because that one's dead, right? Or is it only the once?
So if
No.
you use your bonus action now, you can just move your hex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How far is he from me? Oh, okay, I can't do that. That's great. I'm just going to try and hit him with my crossbow, I suppose. That's fine.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Take a shot.
Oh, well, that's great. Rolled a 1, which is fantastic.
So,
So 4.
so you fire off this bolt fairly close range, and it just kind of sails into the trees.
Straight into me.
I mean, I
Sorry.
was half tempted to say it flies past the bandit and into the dead body of Merkin, but I feel like that's
No.
Exactly what I was
No.
expecting, to be honest.
but no, we'll say it flies past him and it goes straight into the trees.
Yeah, my aim is not good.
Okay, so it is now Hargor's turn, and he is going to cast Prayer of Healing at level 2. Now, he would do if my page hadn't just frozen. So he's going to try and bring Merkin back from the dead. And he's going to heal him for 8 points of heal.
Jesus.
So Merkin slowly gets back to his feet once more. He's with us and alive. And it is Merkin's go.
Sound. Completely pissed off that I'm now drenched in blood and my beard is very much adding to the stench of everything else. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on my mace
Nice.
and then smack the shit out of him. Hopefully.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright, okay. What is that? Okay. Great. 6.
Is that plus your modifiers?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so
Change your dice.
as you get up and you're ready for revenge, you feel this power surge through your mace. You take a swing and you're just batting at nothing. Clearly, the blood must be in your eyes or something, because all the other party members can see is just you flaming around like
That's fine. Before I move on, does my Inflict Wound stay on the mace for the next turn? I can't actually remember. Don't think it does, but
Inflict Wound is just a 1-round spell, yeah.
I thought so.
So it
That's
goes
fair.
away. Okay, it's the bandit turn. He's not feeling great, but he's not going to go without a fight. So he pulls out his scimitar, and he's going to.
I swear to God.
Don't hit Merkin, please don't.
I swear to Christ.
He
To
is
Magier.
going to take a swipe at Joseph. And misses completely. Just wafts air. And all the people from a distance, so Asil, Argor, Oleg, all you can see is just this battle of air being cut between Merkin and this bandit. They're just wafting at each other and not hitting a single thing. And that brings us to Aris.
Finish him.
Yeah, so I might as well just try to do the same attack and then bonus attack from where I am.
Okay.
What's the from a d20? 9 plus 3.
Plus
12.
2.
Yeah, plus 2 because you're proficient.
Oh, 14.
Okay, hits.
Which is 1d6 plus 3. 5, 6, 8.
Okay, so you swing your staff, and because you're behind him, all the bandit does is he's looking at everybody. He's trying to work out who to attack next, and all he feels is just the crack of a staff come down on the back of his head, and you can just see the trickle of blood come straight down the back of his head as he falls to the ground.
Yay!
Nice.
Yay!
Amazing.
Nice work.
Awesome.
Nice work.